So in this section, I teach you how to send an order in MQL5. This topic has two different sections. In the first section, I just teach you how to normally use MQL5 and the methods defined in MQL5 to send orders. And the second part, which would be the next video, I teach you how to use object-oriented programming and a class which is defined by MQL5 themselves to send order extremely similar to what we had in MQL4, and basically it would be much more easier to send order. So I would highly recommend to watch both videos and learn both methods. Both of them are very important. In order to do that, in the MetaTrader 5, go to the Tools and MetaCode Language Editor. Please, in the Tools, click on the MetaCode Language Editor or press F4, and then the Meta Editor windows would be open for you. Here we click on Windows, New File to New Script, because we just want it to be run once. And then next, here we give it a name. The name would be OrderSend. Send, and press finish. How we are going to send an order in MQL5. To do so, we use order send, but how does it work? I double click on it and press F1 to go to the help window. See, it tells us that order send is a function is used to execute trade operation by using a request to a trade server. It has two arguments. The first one is request, and it's a structure. The structure type is Mqltraderequest, and the second argument is result, and it's a structure with the structure type of Mqltraderesult. It's very important because it's very different with MQL4 and the way that we learn in MQL4. Here we use structure because the MQL5 gives us options to program in an object-oriented way. I open the structure of Mqltraderequest. Here, this structure has these parameters. The parameters are action, magic, order, symbol, value, volume, price, and go on. All of them are explained here. We use them to send an order. Maybe some of them for some orders sending we don't need all of them, but it's very good to know all the parameters and be familiar of their applications and for what we are using them. First, we define a request structure and a result structure. Like here, I go back to the program here. To send an order, the first thing that we do is we say first we define a structure. The structure type is MQL trade request, and the name of the structure we just simply call it request. It can have any type of name. For example, I just in purpose write it with 2T, so you would understand that it doesn't matter what's the name. And with two brackets, we define it as a structure, and we close it. Then the second one would be MQL trade result to save the result, and we call it results with 2S just in case you know that it can have any type of names. So then if I write request, now I have a request. If I double click on it and press dot, then I can have access to all parameters that we had in the help window. If you go back to the Mqltraderequest, this is the parameters. I have access to all of them: action, magic, order, symbols, and give them values. For example, here, the first thing that I am going to give it a value is action. Okay, I have access to the action, and I want it to be equal to just what type of action we want to have. Do we want to have to close by, or do you want to have the deal, or we want to do modifying? All of them, we will learn all of them, but now we want to have a deal. We want to send an order. So then the second one would be request dot, and here which symbol we are going to we go for the symbol. Which symbol we are going to trade on, and I give it the value of, just write down symbol. So it means that I want to do the trade in the current symbol. And the third one would be request dot now volume. Volume, and for the volume I want it to be one lot, and then request again the other argument stop loss. What should be the stop loss? First, to have access to the stop loss, I want the stop loss be 100 points below or 10 pips below the entry points, and the take profit I want it to be 2 times more than the stop loss. So the second one would be request.tp, which is the take profit. I want them based on my entry point. So the first thing that I should first define the entry point. So here I defined a variable named which the type is double, and it names is entry point, and it is equal to the ask price. How should I get to the ask price? How should I reach the ask price? I do it symbol info double, and here if I double click on it and press F1, I have access to first the symbol name, and it has some parameters. The first one is the symbol name, and then the identifier, which identifier I am going to use. Here I want to have access to the ask, so I use this identifier symbol ask. It's very important to read all of these identifiers so you can be familiar with them, because in the future you would need them. They are very important. So what do I do now? I just close it, and here the first parameter was symbol, or we can just write it like that. It means the current symbol. Underline symbol means the symbol that this script is running on it. And then the next parameter, I want to have access to the ask. So this is the entry point, or we can say, just simply call it ask. It would be better, I think, because I want to define another variable named bid, and I want it to be equal to symbol info double, and for the current symbol, and I want it to be my bid. So the stop loss, I want the stop loss to be ask minus 100 multiplied by point. It means 10 pips or 100 points, and ask plus 200 multiply points. Very easy. Or we can do something else. For example, we can define risk to reward, and for example here I can say I want to have a variable which is a double, and the type is double, and it is risk to reward, and it is equal to, for example here, 2, and instead of, I can just say risk to reward multiply by 100 and multiply by points. So then in this case I can easily change the ratio, and this is the take profit. Then the next argument would be type. What type of order is it? So I want it to be a buy order, so I say order type, and the order type is buy. I just define it like that. And the last one, I want it to be price. in which price I want it to be run. Very simple. I just say I already defined ask because I want to send a buy order. I want the entry point to be the ask price. So we filled the arguments of the request, the structure, and now we are ready to send our orders. Here, it's very important for the order send. If I again press F1, we should fill both request and the result. Here we only filled the arguments of the request and we didn't do anything for the result because we used the result to do the modification. But it is very important to put them here even if we have not filled them. I close it and now we are ready to send an order. Okay, the volume would be 1 lot and the stop loss would be 100 points below the ask and the take profit would be 2 times more than the stop loss. I compile it. We don't have any error. Then I go here in the script. I refresh it so we can have it. Order sent. This is our script. If I drag and drop it here, nothing will happen because the algo trading is not active. If I again try it, I active the algo trade and put it here, then one order is open. It's a buy order by 1 lot. Here we can see it. The volume is 1 lot and the stop loss is 100 points below the entry point and the take profit is 200 points above the entry point. We can try something else. For example, risk to reward, we can change it to 4. And if I compile it again and goes back here, I close this one. And again, I drag and drop the order send. Now, as we can see, the distance between the entry point and take profit is increased, becomes 400 points. We can try to send a sell order. It's very easy. Again, we just should make some changes. Here we have our ask and our bid, but just in the action, it still stay as a deal. Symbol would be the same. Volume, we can just change it, for example, to 2 lots. But the stop loss in the sell order, the stop loss would be higher than the entry point. So we just say ask plus 100 point, and just because it's a sell, we can change this one to the bid, but it doesn't make a lots of changes, a lots of difference. So we just leave it like ask, and the take profit would be below the entry point. So in this case, it would be minus risk to reward to multiply 100 multiply points, and the request type I wanted to change it to sell and request price. It's very important to be in bid because we are selling. We are looking for the bid price. When we are buying, we are looking for the ask price. And in this case, if I compile it and again, if we go back to the MetaTrader, I close this one, and drag and drop our script, then in this case, it should open a sell order. As we can see here, we have a sell order. This is the sell order. The volume is 2 and the take profit, the take profit is 4 times bigger than stop loss.